What if a single photograph contained a chilling secret, one that remained unnoticed for years? For years, no one saw what was right before them, until now. In this video, we reveal the shocking truth buried in these images, mysteries that have baffled experts and challenged everything we thought we knew. Once you see it, you'll never look at a photograph the same way again. In 2019, the Curiosity rover captured an image of a glowing object on Mars, sparking speculation online. Some believed it was an alien spacecraft, but scientists provided a more likely explanation. They stated the light was caused by sunlight reflecting off a rock or cosmic rays affecting the rover's camera. Similar flashes have been seen before, always appearing in the direction of the midday sun. This phenomenon is not evidence of extraterrestrial life. But is this just an anomaly, or is there something bigger hiding in plain sight? Let's move to another intriguing mystery that has captivated the world. The Grand Canyon in Arizona is one of the world's deepest canyons, stretching 446 kilometers long, 29 kilometers wide, and 1,857 meters deep. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is considered a natural wonder. Scientists have found traces of 4 geological eras in its rock layers. It formed over 6 million years ago due to erosion. About 65 million years ago, tectonic movements uplifted the Colorado Plateau, altering the river's flow and carving the canyon. The canyon is home to Native American tribes like the Navajo Havasupai and Hualapai, who consider it sacred and share legends about it. Some stories speak of shape-shifting spirits. One intriguing claim involves a photograph where some believe a mysterious cloaked figure appears in the background. However, there is no confirmed explanation, and it remains a topic of speculation. If you saw something like this mysterious figure in the Grand Canyon, would you try to uncover its meaning or just walk away? Tell us why. Comment and chat with me. Could this figure be more than just a myth? The next photo holds an equally mysterious story that has left many questioning what is truly possible. In 2017, a digital version of Ferdinand Georg Waldmüller's 1860 painting The Expected One went viral due to a mysterious object. The painting shows a young man with flowers and a girl walking toward him. However, the girl appears absorbed in a small rectangular object, which many thought resembled an iPhone. Her posture, head bowed, focused on the item, mirrors how people use smartphones today. This sparked speculation about time travel, but art historian Gerald Winter clarified that she is holding a small prayer book. The confusion highlights how people interpret unfamiliar objects based on modern experiences. What's even more mind-boggling is how this story connects to something that transcends time itself. Speaking of things that don't belong, there's a story that might make you rethink everything you believe about the afterlife. In 2023, a girl shared a photo online along with an intriguing story. The image, taken in 1997 during her grandmother's birthday, showed the elderly woman surrounded by family. A month later, she sadly passed away in her sleep. While revisiting old photos, the girl noticed a mysterious figure above her grandmother's head. Upon closer inspection, she thought it resembled her late grandfather. This discovery surprised her. Some believe in the idea that loved ones may appear in spiritual forms before a person's passing. Could this be a coincidence, or does it suggest something more? But could this eerie moment be a sign from beyond the grave? If you think that's strange, wait until you hear the next story, a ghostly figure in a fire. Before exploring, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just hit the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal? On November 19, 1995, a fire broke out at Wem Town Hall in Shropshire, England. As locals watched, Tony O'Rourke took photos of the burning building. Later, he noticed a girl standing in a doorway in one image. Since no one had seen her at the scene and no one could be inside, he believed she was a ghost. O'Rourke sent the photo to paranormal researchers, who had Dr. Vernon Harrison analyze it. He confirmed it was not altered. Some believe the girl was Jane Churm, a 14-year-old who accidentally started a fire in 1677 that destroyed many homes. According to legend, her spirit still lingers. What if the girl in this image has a story that dates back centuries? And speaking of spirits, let's turn to one of the most famous ghost photos ever taken. This famous ghost photo was taken in 1959 by Mabel Chinery. She and her husband visited a cemetery to see her late mother's grave. As Mabel walked back to their car, she took a photo of her husband sitting in the driver's seat. When the film was developed, Mabel was shocked to see a figure in the back seat resembling her mother. The couple insisted no one was there at the time. The image, showing a woman in glasses with a white scarf, quickly became a sensation. Experts found no evidence of double exposure or reflection, suggesting no clear signs of manipulation. Is this a simple coincidence, or is there something more to Mabel's chilling discovery? And if you think that's extraordinary, just wait until you hear the tale of William Mumler. William Mumler was the first to profit from photographing people with what appeared to be the ghosts of their deceased relatives. In the mid-19th century, when photography was new, many believed his work was real. Originally a jeweler in Boston, he became fascinated with the occult after meeting a medium named Hannah. While experimenting with his camera, he combined a photo of himself with one of his deceased brother. Realizing its potential, he began charging clients for similar ghostly portraits, allegedly using pre-existing photos of the deceased. His business thrived, and he moved to New York, where he caught the attention of showman P.T. Barnum, who publicly accused him of deception. To defend himself, Mumler presented a photo of himself with Abraham Lincoln's spirit, which surprisingly passed inspection. The case was dismissed, but growing skepticism and public scrutiny damaged his reputation. Over time, the controversy affected his well-being, and he withdrew from public life. But how did Mumler's work challenge everything we thought we knew about the paranormal? There's a place where the lines between the living and the dead blur, as you'll see in our next story. Tantallon Castle, a 14th-century fortress built by William Douglas, was long considered just a tourist attraction. However, in May 2008, visitor Christopher Henson captured what appeared to be a mysterious figure in a window, dressed in old-fashioned clothing. He hadn't seen anyone there at the time, and only noticed the figure later in his photos. Experts analyzed the image and found no signs of manipulation. This wasn't the first unusual sighting. In 1976, Grace Lamb took a photo of her family at the castle and later noticed what seemed to be a woman in a red gown in the image. With multiple reports of unexplained photographs, some speculate that the castle may have a mysterious history. What could be causing such strange occurrences in the castle? But before we dive into another ghostly encounter, let's explore something that has confounded researchers for years. On December 27, 2015, Lisa Staggs from New Orleans photographed an unusual light in the window of an abandoned medical center near her workplace. She shared the image online, and it quickly gained attention, with people speculating about its origin. Lisa said the light resembled Christmas tree lights, but the building had been empty since 2005 due to Hurricane Katrina. Lisa, a nurse at a nearby hospital, showed the photo to her colleagues. One mentioned that the purple glow reminded him of his late brother, who had been a patient in that center in 2004. While some believe it could have a paranormal explanation, others suggest alternative possibilities, leaving the true cause of the light a mystery. If you found this story as intriguing as I did, make sure to give it a like. Don't Don't forget to subscribe for more mysteries, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an eerie tale. This strange light might just be the key to understanding something much bigger than we realize. Let's now take a look at a photo that left many scratching their heads, one that could hold a clue to an ancient mystery. In horror movies, people often see distorted reflections or unusual figures in photos. A similar case was discussed regarding this picture. At first glance, it shows a married couple taking a selfie in front of a glass door. The man faces the camera, and his reflection correctly shows his back. However, the woman, also facing the camera, appears in the reflection in an unexpected way. If she had been looking at the glass, this would make sense, but she wasn't. This anomaly sparked discussion. Some believe it's an illusion or a photographic glitch, while others speculate different possibilities. The couple insists they faced the camera, took the photo with one press, and made no edits. The reason for the unusual reflection remains unknown. How could something so bizarre remain unnoticed for so long? Our next photo captures something even more perplexing. Mars continues to reveal its secrets. In 2004, NASA's Opportunity rover discovered small blue spheres on the Meridiani Plateau. These Martian blueberries were made of hematite, an iron mineral, and scattered across the plateau and soil. Scientists are unsure how they formed but have theories. One suggests they formed like Earth's pebbles, indicating past water and possible life. Another theory proposes they are meteorite fragments. Research continues, bringing us closer to understanding Mars' history and potential for life. Mars might have more to reveal than we ever imagined. And what about Earth? Let's look at a haunting image that has baffled many, including some of the most seasoned paranormal investigators. In 1976, a mysterious photo was taken in the Amityville house, where a tragic event had occurred 2 years earlier. On November 13, 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. ran into a bar, claiming something terrible had happened to his family. He was the only one unharmed, which raised suspicion. When police investigated, he later admitted to being responsible, saying he had been influenced by voices in his head. After the incident, neighbors reported unusual occurrences, including sightings of a boy resembling DeFeo's 13-year-old brother. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren, along with photographer Jim Campbell, later explored the house using infrared cameras. They captured an eerie image of what appeared to be a ghostly figure. Is the Amityville haunting as real as it gets, or is there more to the story? But before we jump to conclusions, there's a strange artifact from Egypt that might just shake your beliefs. In 1988, Swiss traveler Gregor Spory, fascinated by ancient Egypt, learned from local informants about a man named Najib who owned a mysterious artifact. After traveling about 100 kilometers from Cairo, Spory met Najib and paid to see the item, a giant, hairy finger. Based on its size, he estimated it belonged to a giant over 5 meters tall. Najib also showed him an X-ray, confirming its authenticity. Spory offered a large sum to buy it, but Najib refused. In 2009, Spory returned to Egypt to purchase the finger but was unable to find its owner. Could this artifact reveal a connection to a lost chapter of history? Let's explore another mystery that goes back centuries, one that has captured the imagination of many. The St. Augustine Lighthouse, located in St. Louis, California, is a well-known landmark with a long history and local legends of paranormal activity. Originally built as a Spanish watchtower in the 16th century, it was fortified in 1737 and became a lighthouse in 1824. After multiple reconstructions, it reached a height of 50 meters. Until the 1960s, lighthouse keepers and their families lived there, adding to the mystery surrounding the site. Some locals report seeing shadowy figures on the balcony and objects moving inside. According to legend, in 1873, several children were playing with a supply cart when an accident occurred near the water. While some were rescued, others were not as fortunate. Since then, people have shared stories of unexplained sights and sounds near the lighthouse. Could the tragic history of the lighthouse explain the eerie occurrences? But hold on, there's a strange group photo that has everyone asking questions. This photo, taken on January 13, 2012, shows a group of friends posing together. At first glance, nothing seems unusual, but take a closer look at their hands. How many do you see? One raised thumb doesn't seem to belong to anyone. The boy in the white shirt gestures with one hand, while the other is down. The boy in gray has one hand on a friend's shoulder and the other down. The shirtless boy places both hands on his friend's shoulders while making a hand sign. The boy in black gestures with one hand while his other hand is down. So, whose ninth hand is it? People have speculated about this for years. Some suggest a hidden person is behind them, while others think it could be an unusual visual effect. The true explanation remains unknown. Want more creepy mysteries like this one? Like this video, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the next strange and unexplained story. What's going on here? The mystery deepens, but the next story might just add another layer of complexity to what we think we know about these eerie occurrences. The mysterious case of the Somerton man remains unsolved and could be the perfect movie plot. On December 1, 1948, a man around 40 years old was discovered unresponsive on Somerton Beach, South Australia. His polished shoes suggested he hadn't been there for long. In his pockets were a train ticket, chewing gum, and a pack of cigarettes. A scrap of paper from Omar Khayyam's Rubaiyat with the words Tamam Eshe, meaning finished or ended, was also found. An examination revealed severe kidney and liver damage, possibly due to unknown factors, though no harmful substances were detected. The police searched for the book from which the paper was torn and found it after a resident reported discovering it in his car weeks earlier in Glenelg, where the man had previously been. The book contained encrypted text that experts could not decode and a phone number belonging to a nearby nurse. She claimed not to know the man but recognized the book, which she had given as a gift to Lieutenant Alfred Boxall. However, Boxall still had his copy intact. Despite thorough investigations, the man's identity and the circumstances of his passing remain a mystery, making it one of history's most puzzling cases. Is this the most puzzling mystery of all time? Well, the next haunting encounter might suggest otherwise. In 1975, the Berthelot family visited St. Mary's Church in Worstead, Norfolk, England. Diana, her husband Peter, and their 12-year-old son were there when Diana spent time praying. Peter took a photograph of her, noticing nothing unusual at the time. However, when they developed the photo, they were surprised to see a faint white figure behind Diana, resembling a woman in old-fashioned clothing and a small hat. The next year, Diana and Peter returned and asked locals about unusual occurrences. A priest mentioned a local legend about the White Lady, believed to be a healing spirit that appears when a sick person prays. Diana then recalled she had been unwell during their visit but felt better afterward. Could the spirit of the White Lady be a healing presence, or is there a darker secret at play? And what about the next story, a mysterious disappearance that still raises questions today? The Trump family's sudden disappearance in 2016 surprised many in Australia. Mark and Jacoba Trump, longtime farmers, abruptly left their home with their 3 children Rihanna, Ella, and Mitchell on August 29th, leaving behind their phones, documents, and bank cards. Mark believed they were being followed and insisted they leave immediately. They drove 800 kilometers to Bathurst in Ella's car. Mitchell secretly brought his phone but later got rid of it, deciding to separate from the family and return home. The family continued to Gallen Caves, where Rihanna and Ella chose to leave, using a car to travel to Goulburn and report their parents missing. Rihanna returned home, while Ella was later found in a confused state in a stranger's car. Jacoba was located in Yass on September 1st, and Mark was found near Wangara Airport on September 3rd. Authorities determined that Mark and Jacoba were experiencing a psychological condition that led them to believe they were being followed. After receiving care, they recovered and resumed farming. However, the reason their children initially followed them remains uncertain. What could have caused such a strange disappearance? Let's shift focus to something just as strange, something involving a ghostly presence captured on security footage. In 2019, 57-year-old Jennifer Hodge from Atlanta, Georgia, noticed something unusual on her home security camera. While watching TV in her bedroom, she saw movement in the kitchen. Checking the monitor, she spotted a semi-transparent figure that appeared to resemble her late son, Robbie, who had passed away in 2017 at age 23. Surprised but not frightened, she rushed to her daughter's room, and they went downstairs together. By the time they arrived, the figure had vanished. Jennifer felt comforted, believing it could be a sign that her son's presence was still with his family. But is Jennifer's experience just a coincidence, or is it something much more profound? And for our final story, one of the most compelling paranormal cases ever recorded will make you question everything. The Pollock sisters' story is often cited as possible evidence of reincarnation. In 1957, Jacqueline and Joanna Pollock tragically passed away in a car accident. A year later, their mother gave birth to twin girls, Jillian and Jennifer. As they grew, the twins displayed knowledge of their late sisters' lives, including recognizing their toys without prior exposure. Jennifer even had identical birthmarks to Jacqueline. They also showed an unusual fear of cars. Psychiatrist Ian Stevenson studied their case and found intriguing evidence, but some skeptics questioned the claims. Over time, the story faded from public memory. If you found today's video interesting, don't hesitate to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support is very important to us. Be sure to check out the next video appearing on your screen. You're sure to love the content we bring. Please leave a comment about which country you'd like us to explore next. Thank you for watching, and see you in the latest video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.